1. Which of the following best describes the primary goal of English for academic purposes? EAP. A. To teach conversational English for social interaction. B. To prepare students for academic study in English medium contexts. C. To focus on professional workplace communication. D. To train learners in translation between English and their native language. 2. In academic writing, what is the main function of a thesis statement? A. To summarize the entire essay in one sentence. B. To present the central argument or claim of the essay. C. To provide background information on the topic. D. To restate the essay's conclusion. 3. Which of the following skills is emphasized most in EAP courses? A. Interpersonal dialogue. B. Critical reading and writing. C. Casual conversation skills. D. Pronunciation drills. 4. When reading academic texts, which strategy helps identify the writer's stance? A. Looking for hedging devices and modal verbs. E. Skimming only the conclusion. C. Memorizing the vocabulary list. D. Ignoring citations and references. 5. In academic discourse, hedging is used to A. Strengthen an argument with certainty. B. Weaken claims to avoid making a statement. C. Show caution and limit the strength of a claim. D. Eliminate the need for evidence. 6. Which section of a research article typically reviews existing studies on a topic? A. Abstract. B. Literature review. C. Methodology. D. Conclusion. 7. The process of paraphrasing in academic writing involves A. Copying the exact words of the source with quotation marks. B. Summarizing the source in fewer words without changing meaning. C. Changing the wording of a source while keeping the same idea. D. Adding personal opinion to the source material. 8. Which of the following is an example of academic register? A. Kids these days don't read much. B. The data indicates a significant decrease in reading habits among adolescents. C. I think people should read more. D. Reading is cool, right? 9. Why is cohesion important in academic writing? It makes the essay more casual and entertaining. B. It ensures logical flow and connection between ideas. C. It avoids repetition of vocabulary. It adds more direct quotations. 10. Which type of academic writing is most commonly required in EAP contexts? A. Short stories. B. Research essays. C. Personal diaries. D. Comic strips. 11. Which of the following best defines critical reading in EAP? A. Accepting all the author's arguments. E. Memorizing the text word for word. C. Evaluating and questioning the arguments presented. D. Ignoring the author's evidence. 12. In EAP, summarizing is a skill that requires A. Writing down every detail from the source. B. Restating the main ideas concisely in your own words. C. Listing all quotations used in the text. D. Adding new points not found in the source. 13. Which citation style is commonly taught in EAP programs? A. APA. B. MLA. C. Chicago. D. All of the above. 14. Which of the following phrases demonstrates hedging? A. The study proves. B. It is possible that. C. The results are absolute. D. This fact is undeniable. 15. Academic vocabulary is often characterized by A. Simplicity and colloquial tone. E. Formality and discipline-specific terminology. C. Use of idiomatic expressions. D. Personal anecdotes. 16. The purpose of an academic abstract is to A. Provide a detailed explanation of the methodology. B. Give a concise summary of the research. C. Argue the main point of the essay. D. List all references used. 17. Which of the following is considered plagiarism? A. Quoting with proper citation. B. Paraphrasing without referencing the source. C. Summarizing with attribution. D. Using one's own ideas. 18. In note-taking for academic reading, what is the most effective approach? A. Copying entire paragraphs word for word. B. Recording only main points and key terms. C. Writing complete essays during reading. D. Ignoring all details and writing nothing. 19. Which of the following structures is typical for an academic essay? A. Introduction, body, conclusion. B. Title, dialogue, ending. C. Greeting, main ideas, closing. D. Question, answer, feedback. 20. Which of these demonstrates proper academic style? A. I'm going to show you how. B. The results suggest a correlation between. C. It's kind of like this. D. That thing proves my point. 21. In EAP, what does coherence refer to? A. Using complex grammar to impress the reader. E. The overall clarity and logical organization of ideas. C. Avoiding academic vocabulary. D. Including personal anecdotes for interest. 22. What is the purpose of referencing in academic writing? A. To fill space in the essay. B. To acknowledge sources and avoid plagiarism. C. To replace the need for original arguments. D. To confuse readers with technical details. 23. Which of the following is an example of a transition word used for contrast? Moreover. B. However. C. Therefore. D. In addition. 24. Skimming as a reading strategy is most useful for A. Identifying specific details. B. Understanding overall structure and main ideas. C. Memorizing word for word. D. Evaluating arguments critically. 25. Scanning as a reading strategy focuses on A. Locating specific pieces of information quickly. B. Reading every line slowly and carefully. C. Analyzing the author's tone. D. Understanding the full context. 26. In an argumentative essay, counterarguments are important because they A. Show the writer is aware of opposing viewpoints. B. Distract from the main thesis. C. Replace the need for evidence. D. Make the essay less persuasive. 27. Which of the following is an example of discipline-specific vocabulary in academic English? A. Cellular respiration. B. Cool idea. C. Big problem. D. Fun fact. 28. Which reading strategy is best when preparing for academic discussions? A. Memorizing the entire text. B. Annotating and noting key arguments. C. Ignoring the author's evidence. D. Reading only the abstract. 29. Which part of an academic essay provides background information and context? A. Conclusion. B. Introduction. C. Methodology. D. References. 30. Why is coherence particularly important in EAP writing? A. It ensures the reader can follow the logical development of ideas. B. It makes the essay appear longer. C. It reduces the need for references. D. It adds creative storytelling. 31. Which of the following is not typically emphasized in EAP courses? A. Academic writing. B. Research skills. C. Informal storytelling. D. Critical reading. 32. Which phrase would most likely be used in an academic paper? This proves my point 100%. E. The findings suggest a possible link. C. I think it's kinda true. D. That's what I believe. 33. In EAP listening tasks, students are often trained to A. Focus on jokes and informal stories. B. Identify key ideas in lectures and seminars. C. Repeat sentences word for word. D. Ignore details and rely only on visuals. 34. In a research paper, where would you most likely find a discussion of the implications of the results? A. Abstract. B. Discussion/conclusion section. C. Methodology. D. References. 35. Which of the following is an example of formal academic language? A. A lot of people think. E. Numerous scholars argue that. C. Loads of research says. D. Pretty much everyone believes. 36. What is the main purpose of a topic sentence in a paragraph? A. To summarize the entire essay. To state the main idea of that paragraph. C. To list references used. D. To conclude the paper. 37. In EAP writing, signposting refers to A. Using clear markers to guide the reader through the text. B. Adding road signs as metaphors. C. Quoting multiple authors at once. D. Avoiding transitional phrases.